For the past 100 days, I've been consistently practicing bass every single day, which helped me go from this to this to this. I know it's not perfect, but hey, give me a break. I've been going through this pain for 100 days now. What's up, guys? We're back with another video. If you're new to this channel, which I assume you are, every week I upload videos to track my progress of learning how to play bass. You see, my goal is to actually play live bass by the summer, which is in about 6 months from now. I currently already play synth bass, so hopefully that kind of helps me out in the process. But yeah, it's obviously a different story when you pick up a new instrument. So this is kind of like a big deal for me because we typically play at like bigger venues. So yeah, not gonna lie, it's a bit scary, but I feel like with the right mindset, the proper motivation, and just staying consistent at my practice routines, I should be able to make that goal. So in this video, I actually want to share a little bit more about the practice routines that I've been going through for the past 100 days. It hasn't always been easy. So today I want to share with you how I've been able to keep up with my routines, how I stay consistent, how I stay motivated, how I kept making progress along the way, because honestly, these past 100 days have been insane. Before we jump into that, if you want to keep track of my progress, if you want to see if I can actually make that goal of playing live by the summer, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, would really appreciate it. Let's get into it. All right, so last week I actually uploaded a video where I kind of explained that I had already failed 2 times at learning how to play bass. So this is actually my 3rd attempt, and what I started to realize this time is that it kind of comes down to 3 different ways of practicing. But before we get into the different ways of practicing, let's talk about my weekly schedule first. So the past 100 days, every Monday night, I was in here playing bass for about 4 to 5 hours. And Monday is also the day that I record my progress. So I record audio and I record video as well. It's actually helpful because I'm using those videos to make this video as well, because it is actually Monday and I just finished practicing. Now on Tuesday nights, I'm in here as well, but that's when I usually pick something specific to work on, like digging into like music theory, learning some new songs. I'm not talking about like playing along with songs. I'm talking about really digging into songs, trying to figure out the actual bass line, but also working on my technique and working on improving things that I feel like I need to improve on. I'll get to that in a second actually. Now the rest of the week, I play at least 1 hour a day. And this is where those 3 different practice routines come in, because I actually cycle through different ways of practicing to kind of keep me motivated as I'm going. And what that cycle actually looks like is a combination of focused practice, routine practice, and also fun practice. So today is Monday, and this is actually my fun practice night, which I then combine with recording myself in audio and video. And what I do on Mondays is I play along with my sets, not being too focused on how I'm playing. It's more about just, getting used to having, this bass hanging around your neck, having fun, grooving to songs, and just trying to get better in a fun way. It's very different compared to the other ways of practicing, which I'll get to in a second. So let me give an example. So today I was playing along with Will Smith, and let me show you a little clip of what I recorded just now. So what I noticed when I was actually recording this is that I'm struggling with this movement. And since I noticed that this is an issue for me, tomorrow is Tuesday night. And the Tuesday night for me is all about just becoming more knowledgeable on every aspect of playing bass. It's also when I take lessons sometimes from professionals. It's also the time where I, really dig into refining my technique. Like I said, I have something to improve on that I discovered today. And it really helped me to kind of separate that, where it's like, okay, Monday night, it's the first day of the week. I had a busy work day. So afterwards, I can just have fun playing and I'll learn as I go. Then tomorrow night is focus night. So that's just going to be focused on what it is that I need to improve on this week or what I want to learn. So the first way of practicing is the fun practice, and the second way of practicing is that focus practice. Now the third way of practice is what I call routine practice. And this is all about just building muscle memory, endurance, and just getting the hours in, because at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to. You have to play a lot to get better at the instrument, obviously, right? But for me, it's funny how this requires way less focus. And this is actually what I mean with like building muscle memory. To give you an example, like I said, it's been hard, trying to play every single day for 100 days straight. So sometimes I just couldn't fit it in. So there have been nights where I had some quality time at home watching Netflix series, but while watching like 2 different episodes of Lost, all I did was playing scales or practicing whatever it was that week that I needed to improve on. And I could literally do that without having the bass plugged in, because this is all about just building the strength in my fingers. It's getting used to the instrument. And I actually like the fact that I was doing something else while I was practicing at the same time. And I do this here at the office as well. So my studio is here, but my office is right next to this. And sometimes in between meetings, I just pick up the bass and I start play some scales. Even during meetings, if I don't actually have to present anything, that I also pick up the bass sometimes. And this is what I really call that routine practice. Whenever I get the opportunity to do something, I do it. And I don't have to focus on it. I just need to get my hands moving, really. So if I look back at these past 100 days and compare it to the first 2 attempts that I did at trying to learn the bass, the first 2 attempts, I was more focused on just having fun. I didn't put the effort into understanding music theory, for example, which I can actually talk a little bit about in a second as well. And also, I didn't really have a proper weekly routine, but this really helped. So like I said, it's a cycle. On Monday, I have fun, I play along with songs, I try to figure out where I need to improve on. On Tuesday, I focus on improving that aspect, getting the proper technique in, and the rest of the week, I just repeat the exact same things that I'm trying to improve on. And that's been super helpful in the process of getting better. Now, just to touch a little bit upon like music theory, because honestly, this kind of scared me a little bit at first. I've been playing keys for a very long time, but to be honest, I never really learned music theory. The only things that I ever knew was the major scales on the keyboard. That was pretty much it. And I never really needed anything else, but when I got to learn the bass, I started to realize that this is way different than playing piano, for example. On a piano, for me, it's like everything just goes horizontally, right? And here it's like, okay, we can go horizontally, but we can also go vertical. So this kind of led me to, you know what, let's just get into music theory. And here's the funny thing though, I never really was interested in it, thinking that it would take up a lot of my time. It was too complex or whatnot. It wasn't. I literally spent like one day, it was a good day though, it was like 10 to 12 hours or something like that. In one day, I learned major scales, minor scales, pentatonic scales, the major, minor, the triads, major, minor, the number system. That was like all within like 10 to 12 hours. And that's been so helpful in the process. It makes everything make sense. And one thing that really kept me busy too was like, okay, so I'm learning all this music theory. How the hell do I apply that in my playing, right? So, okay, now I know the pentatonic scale. Why do I need to know that? So I started doing like my Monday nights, just playing along with songs and trying to figure out new songs and how to play it. Everything started to make sense. So let me show you this clip again that I was playing at the intro as well. So what's really interesting is that if you would have asked me like 3 months ago to play that song, I would be like, whoa, insane. I literally figured out everything from that song within, I would say, like 30 minutes, because it all makes sense if you have some basic music theory knowledge when it comes to like the triads and the minor scales in this case. So I just wanted to mention this because I've always been kind of not against music theory, but I was like, I can learn this without music theory. If you're serious about getting into playing bass, definitely put some effort into learning the basic music theory. All right, so this was my second video on the channel. If you like these videos, if you want to stay updated on my progress, please like and subscribe, and also leave a comment below. You've seen me playing in a few clips now. If you have any comments or feedback on how I can improve my playing, I am very much open to it. I actually hope that people will comment with their suggestions, because that will make things even more efficient for me in the process. All right, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.